Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we are doing my June makeup that I'm wearing, my June makeup stash, monthly shop my stash, all of the above. I'm going to walk you guys through the products that I have chosen to reach for in my everyday makeup drawer for the month of June. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Thank you so much for watching, and let's just go ahead and get started. It's always a hard month for me to pick makeup because it's like the start of summer, like June, whatever, 21st is the start of summer, and it feels like it's going to be nice and sunny and, you know, summer's here, but it always ends up being cloudy and rainy and cold, and I don't know, that's just what it's been like here where I live since I was a kid, so it always is tough because it's getting warmer, but you don't want to pull out the summer makeup yet because it doesn't feel like summer, and yeah, it's just a hard month to choose makeup for, but I did my best to kind of get a mixture of like summery things, maybe a little bit more like moody colors and things for the rainy days, and hopefully I did an okay job picking them this year. For primers, same as always, so I'm not gonna talk about them, but it's just the Milani Soft Focus Glow and the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. Oh, another thing about June that makes it tricky is that at the end of the month, like on June 25th, I am going to be flying to Scotland. So I need to keep in mind that like the last week, I will probably be picking different makeup pack with me on my trip. I'll probably show you guys what I'm bringing with and kind of how I'm packing things. And I don't know, I might make a whole video out of it to motivate me to pack early. But that means the products I'm probably choosing and showing you guys in this video might not be the ones that I'm bringing with because they're not always the most travel friendly. For base products, I'm pulling this product out again, which is the Makeup Revolution Superdewy Skin Tint Tinted Moisturizer in the shade Medium Light. This is such a nice tinted moisturizer. I love it. It's one of my absolute favorites from the drugstore. It's just really great all around, and I love how natural and fresh it looks on the skin. And then the foundation that I'm wearing on my skin right now is actually the True Match Lumi Healthy Luminous Foundation. I think it's just the True Match Lumi Foundation, and this one is in the shade N3 Natural Buff. It is a bit of a deeper shade, so it works for me right now, especially with my skin being more tanned. This is such a good foundation. I forgot how good it was, and I'm finally putting away my hyaluronic tinted serum because I feel like I used that product from L'Oreal for like the last year, ever since I got it. But I had to put it away, otherwise I'd be using that and their tinted balm for the rest of the year. So I decided to use this one instead. Plus, I'm still trying to work out how to film that L'Oreal foundation video. Like I still have to kind of figure out how I'm going to film that. I do want to review like all of their base products, at least all the ones that I own, and I own quite a few, but it's just a lot if I have to do like applications and wear tests on all of them, so I'm still trying to figure out how to do that. But this one is definitely one of their top foundation products. It's so nice. Like my skin looks super dewy and luminous, but it doesn't look heavy on my skin. It doesn't sink into fine lines. It's really good, especially if you have dry skin, and my skin is so dry. But if you have dry skin, this is such a nice product because it really looks healthy, but it's so natural. It still shows freckles, dark spots, things like that, which I really love about it. So I had to switch over and use this one again. I also applied it with my hands, which I actually prefer. I really prefer applying foundation with my hands now, which is different for me. It kind of started in, I think, maybe March or April when I started using my hands instead of a brush or a sponge, and I just think it looks better. The Maybelline Green Edition Superdrop Tinted Oil in the shade 040. It's really tricky because I don't really know what primer to use. Someone said either don't use a primer or use something with an oil base, but I don't think I have any primers with oil, like oil-based primers. So we're gonna have to see about this. I hope I reach for it this month. Concealers are the same. I'm still on the Catrice One Drop Coverage Concealer, and I'm also using the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Concealer right now. Powder, which is new because I finally finished the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Powder. Like, oh my gosh, that was taking forever. Finally done. This is another one that I want to finish. It's not new, but like, it's new. Like, I haven't used it on my channel in a long time. It's the Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Powder Foundation. It's technically a powder foundation, but I use it as a powder, and I just use a very kind of fluffy brush like this one. It's the one I've been using recently, which is from e.l.f. It's dirty, but it's their like fluffy brush. I don't know what it's called. It just says 107 on it. But I've been using this, and I feel like with a powder that is a little bit more heavy or more like fuller coverage, it's good to use a softer, lighter, fluffier brush with. This is a good powder. I kind of forgot about it. I'm just slowly working through my powders because my end goal for my powder collection is to just have the Milani Prep Set and Glow transparent powder for like a transparent, no coverage powder. But I also want to have probably one fuller coverage powder to keep in my foundation collection. So I just want to really have those two. I'm trying to slowly get through makeup products and reduce my collection a bit. Bronzer is also new because I also finished my Rimmel contour stick finally. I'm sure you guys are sick of that one. But now I am working through the LA Girl Velvet Bronzer. It's like their bronzer stick. All the like words are no longer visible, but it is their bronzer stick in the shade Suede. This is actually really nice. I'm wearing it on my skin as well. I'm wearing most of these products on my skin. It is good. It's kind of like a deeper brown shade. It's a little bit more on the reddish side, not like red, but it has like warmer red undertones to it, which is nice for this time of the year, and it blends really nicely. So I'm gonna work my way through this and then move on to a couple other stick bronzers that I own. I haven't used a powder bronzer in many, many months, I think. Like, I just prefer sticks. Blushes, I have quite a few. The first one is the e.l.f. I think they changed the name, so I can't remember what it's called, but it's like cream blush, not their new putty blushes. This is really, really old. I'm gonna try and use up as much of this as I can. I'm almost hitting pan, so it's pretty exciting, and I think I can do it. It's just taking a long time. And this is the same as last time, but it's the NYX Sweet Cheeks Soft Cheek Tint in the shade Coralicious. I love this blush. The formula is amazing. Definitely the best cream blush formula that I've tried from the drugstore, and this shade is so, so pretty for the spring, early summer. Another cream blush that I'm working on finishing is Maybelline's Cheek Heat in the shade Nude Burn, which again is a really nice shade. It's just not it's not one of my favorite formulas, but it is a really nice shade kind of for every day. Plus I'm like almost done, so slowly working through that. And then the last cream blush is the one I'm wearing on my cheeks right now, and it is the Milani Cheek Kiss Liquid Blush in the shade Pink Flirt. This one is like surprisingly really bright when you first pop it on your cheeks, but then when you blend it out, it kind of doesn't show up as like bright and bubblegum pink, so it's actually pretty wearable. I really like it. And then for eyeshadows, this palette is kind of interesting. I was looking through my collection to find something that would fit June, and I stumbled across this, which is the Sultry palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I don't even know why I have this palette. I think it was given to me by a company that wanted me to compare it. It's called, I think the company's Alter Ego that sent it to me to test out. So that's how I ended up with this. I think it is discontinued, so that kind of sucks. But the palette, the actual colors, like if I was to buy an ABH palette, I think it would have been this one because the color story just kind of speaks to me. I love cool tone shades way more than I love warm tone eyeshadows. I just think cool tones look better on me. I love the bronzy shades that are in here, and I like that it has a cream matte, a dark matte brown, and a black. Those are like essential in my eyeshadows, so I really like the color story, and if I was going to purchase an ABH palette, this would have been it. I'm also wearing it on my eyes today. I just kind of did a bronzy basic look. Another eyeshadow that I thought I would pull out is CoverGirl's True Naked Queenship Shadow Stick. I think I mentioned it in last month. All of these shadow sticks that I own from CoverGirl are broken, so like this one is like, I don't know, it's like popping out. It's so broken. This is in the shade 920. I just thought for some days when I wanted to just do a liner and pop some metallic on my lid, this would be a really good one. It's really pretty. It's like super glossy and reflective. And moving on to lipsticks. So I have a lot. I'm going to try and get through these pretty quickly. The first one is a gloss, which is from Estate Cosmetics. This is their lip icing in the shade Glazed. They sent this to me like last year, I think. But I really like this lip gloss. It's comfortable. It's pointless swatching it. It has a little bit of a tint to it. It's kind of clear, but it's got like a little bit of a brownie nude tint to it. It's also a little bit glittery, not like super glittery, but it does have a little bit of like sparkle in it. And then I have just a tint from Colourpop in the shade More Than Ever. This is maybe better suited for the fall time, but I was looking for something that would be glossy, like a glossy version of Matte Beauty from Milani that I'm wearing on my lips right now, so I pulled this one out. I love the Just a Tints. They are so comfortable and easy to wear. Then I have a lot this month. NYX's Dazed and Diffused Blurring Lipstick in the shade Girl Trip. One of my favorite lipstick formulas and shade. I love Girls Trip. So there's that one, just for more of like a classic nude and not so brown. I also have Naturally Chic from Milani. It's one of their color statement lipsticks. I actually think I chose this one last month, but I like it because it's a bit rosier, and I think it'll be nice on days when I'm just wearing like, you know, very minimal makeup. I think I tried to use this one a bit more this year, but this is MAC's Twig lipstick, their satin lipstick, and I kind of had it in my collection for years, like since 2015, I think, and I just never use it. So I'm just gonna try and keep it on my desk so I remember to reach for it, because it's actually a pretty nice shade. And then I have Money Moves by Colourpop. It is their matte lipstick. And again, it's kind of like a warm brownie nude, which I thought would actually be really nice in June. Then I have this one, which is so oily and gross. I don't know why this product gets so oily and gross. It really turns me off of them. I love the formula, it's just I don't know why they're so oily, but this is e.l.f.'s Sheer Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Warm Verbena. I feel like I've just been using the Colourpop Ultra Blotted liquid lipsticks too much. Like, they're always chosen every month, so I wanted to pull out a different sheer blotted liquid lipstick from the drugstore, so I took out Warm Verbena. Then I have this product, which is Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Color. Like, it's a liquid lipstick, like one of these 2-in-1 products, and this is in the shade Loaded Latte. It's not really the best for this time of year. I wore it yesterday, and I feel like it's just almost too peach and a little bit white based, so it doesn't look good on my tan skin, but I thought I would still include it. It also has the balm on the other end if you want to apply the balm after the lipstick color dries down. Spice from Revlon, which is one of their hyper matte lip mousses. I love these lip mousses. They are really, really nice. Like a really great formula. They're so velvety. They are really matte on the lips. They're comfortable, and I like this color. It's a little bit, it kind of looks like Money Moves a bit. It's gonna be more matte though, and it's a bit unusual, I think, for June to pick it, but I think on like a hot June evening, if we get any of those this year, this might be a really nice lip color to throw on. And then finally, I had to include one red, so I chose Jojo Cosmetics Frida, which is one of their liquid lipsticks. Since we're getting into summer, I thought let's pull out more of like an orangey red, and this one is so beautiful. It's like a very bright, dramatic orangey red. Those are all of the lip products that I have chosen for the month of June. I don't know why I picked so many. They're all kind of the same except for that red, but yeah, this is just kind of what I was feeling, and a lot of the products actually I haven't worn in a long time, so it's gonna be fun to use these products again. So those are all the products that I chose for the month of June. Let me know what you guys have picked for your month, what kind of summery products you are starting to use, especially like as we're transitioning to summer. Hopefully it starts getting warmer and sunnier here where I am. It's just been very miserable lately. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Please subscribe if you'd like to see more videos, and I'll see you in my next one.